Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jessica Taylor. A draft of the environmental impact study on a proposed mining site near the headwaters of the South Fork of the Salmon River has just been released. Idaho News 6's Steve Dent has more on the potential Stibnite Mine project.
Idaho Backroads, brought to you by Hammer Down River Excursions.
We're really excited, to have the draft finally available for the public. This has been 10 years of scientific study and 4 years of regulatory review.
The Stibnite Mine has quite the history. It goes back 100 years, with the effects still seen today. And before Midas Gold does any mining, they will clean up these legacy impacts.
There are millions of tons of abandoned tailings and waste rock lying in that watershed, in that valley, interacting with ground and surface water. And so for us, we initially came to the site and said, mining needs to figure out a way to clean this up.
But conservation groups don't believe more mining is the answer. And Idaho Rivers United worries about the future of the headwaters of the South Fork of the Salmon River.
It's all about the dollar for Midas. When environmental recovery doesn't produce the returns that they want, they're going to do what every other mining company has done and do what's best for their bottom line. And you can even see some of that right now. In their current proposal, their proposal for cyanidation doesn't even meet the requirements for Idaho law. And so instead of amending their current proposal, they're looking to change and relax a lot of the environmental regulations around cyanidation.
Midas Gold would produce gold, silver, and antimony. They say the project would bring 500 good-paying jobs to rural Idaho. The plan calls for a 20-year lifespan, including the last 3 for cleanup and restoration.
So mining in the United States is actually one of the highest and most regulated industries in the entire world. We have to do it right. And so we're no longer in a place where mining happens in such a way that we're not thinking about the environmental consequences. We have a new modern ethos around how it has to be done, and we have a regulatory environment that demands it, and a public that demands it as well.
But Idaho Rivers United says the mining waste would cover up to 30 football fields and lead to a 20% loss of Chinook salmon, while also putting steelhead and bull trout at risk.
This mine and the proposal that they have, it's going to exponentially increase the footprint of this mine. Millions of pounds of mining waste that are going to be spilled over hundreds of acres of New Meadow Valley into Meadow Creek, which is a pristine area.
The public has 60 days to provide input on this project. Steve Dent, Idaho News 6.
Midas Gold says they welcome the public comments and that people critical of the mine has helped them improve their proposal. Meanwhile, Idaho Rivers United believes 60 days is not long enough to review the environmental impact statement that contains more than 5,000 pages.